The future is something nobody holds a firm grasp of, as it is dependent on how the current conditions will play out in the environment. And the same can be said in terms of cryptocurrencies. Despite being around for a couple of years now, and even trending across different platforms multiple times, one can only say that the future of currencies is the cryptocurrencies that we know of today. It is a topic met with both praise and criticism, and whichever side you may be in this discussion, the future remains uncertain. But given the current events that take place in the world today, do you think that it is more plausible than not to say that we are seeing a glimpse of the future through Bitcoin and crypto in general? This is Diversified Streams, your go-to YouTube channel for all things crypto. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on the latest news and tips related to crypto. And make sure to keep your notifications on so you'll be updated with our latest videos. We post frequently so you wouldn't want to miss it. In today's video, we will be talking about crypto as the face of the future in terms of currencies, and how the present-day situations in countries like Israel make it all the more believable to say that Bitcoin is indeed the gateway to the future. If you guys watch the news regularly, you would know what the current headline is in the country of Israel. If not, the latest news tells us that the country will now start banning cash payments amounting to $4,400 or $14,836.47 in shekels, Israel's official currency. Beginning on the 1st of August, the country will now prohibit the payment of cash for personal transactions that will amount to more than $4,400 and $1,760 for corporate transactions. While this might seem like a crazy policy to implement, it was done in order to prevent the rampancy of financial crimes in Israel. And best believe they are serious about it, because those who will not be abiding by the policy will be subjected to fines somewhere between 15 to 30% of the value of their transaction. A truly hefty amount if you ask me. This is something that can get the eyebrows of many raising, especially when adopted by a global scare, as it seems to be creating more problems than solutions, despite the government painting it as an attempt to encourage people to shift to online banking. In the big picture of all of this, we see now why there is a great need for a decentralized currency that is resistant to censorship like Bitcoin. We do not want our financial freedom to be compromised just so we can prevent financial crimes from happening. And this is where the use of Bitcoin is highly encouraged, because it promises a higher level of security while also keeping in place your freedom to spend and store value. At the other end of the crypto space, the creator of Ethereum, Vitalik Buterin, has given his thoughts on Facebook's metaverse, saying that it will misfire. The creator of one of the biggest networks in crypto says that while the metaverse is bound to happen in this space, it does not look like it will be happening soon, and that Facebook attempts to do so will most likely not work. Taking a look at the history of its past earnings ever since taking the brand of Meta from its previous tag Facebook, the company has yet to prove that it is capable of creating the metaverse, as implied by Vitalik Buterin. This idea might be due to the fact that the corporation of Facebook has been restless in its pursuit of a monopoly across many platforms, which means that it continues to have so much on its plate. But I do think that the same can be said with different networks like Ethereum in terms of how capable they are in creating the metaverse. How about you guys? Are you with the side of Vitalik Buterin on this one? Or are you excited about the next step Meta is going to take in the future? Let us know in the comments down below, and let us start a healthy conversation there. Leave us a like and subscribe if you can, and be a part of the growing community. There's also other exciting news that I feel would be great to share with you guys, like the altcoin Aave, which seems to be grinding its way in terms of building, whatever the condition of the market is, may it be bullish or a bear. Whether the prices are falling or increasing, Aave seems to not be fazed by all this and still goes on to build. But what we need to talk about them today is their approval to create a new stablecoin called GHO, which is apparently backed by over-collateralized assets that continue yielding. News reports say that 99.9% of the voters of the proposal of the Aave companies approve of the project, and these voters are the same people who pledged 500,000 Aave tokens just to the stablecoin GHO can be created. If you guys are unfamiliar with Aave, They are a decentralized market protocol that allows users to lend and borrow cryptocurrencies, while also helping market users in the crypto world to earn passive income in their digital assets that are allocated to a smart contract, all through giving liquidity. It has a huge number of users and takes pride in the 9.8 billion worth of liquidity it can offer to the market. So talking about the stablecoin GHO, those who will borrow this against crypto assets will still have the capacity to earn interest. In addition, it will also charge interest on loans taken out in GHO for payments going back to Aave DAO. This is a promising step for Aave to take, and I cannot wait for everything to unfold at once. In other news, we are now once again seeing the whole crypto space expanding by the day as Ticketmaster, one of the biggest and most popular ticketing networks online, is currently looking into the productization of its NFTs. And the job posting it recently listed serves as proof of its plans. Based on the posting that is looking for a product manager of NFT ticketing tools, it is implied that Ticketmaster plans to expand its NFT-based products across different categories, sports and music included. This is Ticketmaster's attempt to become embedded in the NFT market that seems to be growing by the day, and it is a really exciting thing to see given how the market has been almost always active since it began. The next update that we have is about the collaboration that is going to happen between Harvard University and Filecoin Foundation for the decentralized web plan in order to preserve information in the digital space. This is pretty big considering how Harvard University is a world-renowned university home to many of the brightest minds in the world. Last Wednesday, the FFDW, or the Filecoin Foundation for the Decentralized Web, announced to the public that it was collaborating with the prestigious university's Library Innovation Lab, LIL. The initiative to preserve digital information will be carried out through the use of decentralized technologies, and both the LIL and FFDW will substantially play the role of contributors to the Democratizing Open Knowledge program, which is geared toward the union of technology and libraries in the dissemination and preservation of knowledge. What a way to further expand the network of crypto. And this is really a great way of, finding the middle ground in things. It shows how versatile crypto can be in terms of preserving information. Well, not everything is good news in crypto, and the next update we have for you guys proves this. Do Kwon and Terraform Labs are facing a class action lawsuit for the alleged sale of unregistered securities. Truly a red flag for everyone. The whistleblower Fatman has publicly revealed that it was the victims of the collapse of the assets in Terraform were the ones who filed the lawsuit. How bad was it that it went down to this? Well, while the digital assets of the crypto space seems to be experiencing gains in the past month, Terra Luna 2.0 seemed not to be doing anywhere near as good as its competitors, shedding 25% against Bitcoin in the last 30 days. Adding to that is the fact that Luna has been down 90% from the all-time high last May 28, over 2 months ago. Well, let's see how things will play out with the Do Kwon and Terraform Labs, and I do hope that things will work out well for everyone linked to the network in the future. This marks the end of today's video. I hope that today's content gave you some much needed insights about everything in the crypto scene. If you have any thoughts regarding the updates we shared with you today, do not hesitate to share them in the comment section down below. While you're at it, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and subscribe so you'll be a part of our growing community. This is Diversified Streams. Thanks for sticking with us today, and see you on our next video.